I have an 8th generation Honda Civic, and there was a service bulletin about windshield wiper motor being, I guess, defective. It's not really defective. It has a bunch of symptoms that start to happen to some people, and for some people that happen, my car's from 2007. It's old, but for some people the problem happened just a couple years after they had their car. Mine lasted a decade, and then I started having the symptoms outlined in this service bulletin right here. Um, it has the different cars that Honda makes, and what part number fails on them, and of course if you look more, look on the internet, you can find out what the replacement parts are. So for example, for my car here, there's the part number of the motor, the wiper motor. That's the problem. My windshield wipers are going crazy, and that's not safe because they're staying on, and I can't control the speed of them, and when you turn them off, they stay on, and then sometimes they just stop in any random position. They don't park in the position that they're supposed to park in, like at the bottom of the windshield, like out of your way, out of your face. And they're kind of thick arms on this kind of car, and it obstructs your view pretty bad. So yeah, it's not safe to really drive around in the rain or the snow with it. But when I was doing research, this part number right here, 76505-SNA-A01 was the original failed part, and I saw, looking on the internet, that there's another part that ends in A02, and I guess that's the replacement for that. It even says it here. Looks like they have the updated part for that. It ends in A02 as well. So I'm assuming I have the A01 one inside there. So I went to the dealership to see if you can ask for the goodwill repair if you're out of warranty. And of course, no one wants to do a goodwill repair for me. First dealership I went to, they were 2 weeks out for service on that. So I went to another dealership for an earlier appointment. And when I got there, they said they wanted $190 to diagnose it. $190 just to diagnose it. When I have the service bulletin right here that has the symptoms, and I'm having all the symptoms. So this is pretty much diagnosing the problem. There's a small chance there could be a problem at the switch on the steering column, the thing that you use to change all the wiper blade speeds and all that stuff. That could also be the problem. I don't know if there's a relay between the motor and the controls on the steering wheel column, but if there is, I don't know about it. But the symptoms and the solution points to the motor as being the issue, so I'm going to say that's most likely it. Everything inside my car, as far as the steering wheel column controls and all that stuff, everything, I can't see the inside of it, but everything seems to be fine. I don't even use the windshield wiper blades that much. So it's probably the motor. And doing research on the internet, most of the time it's not even the motor. It's this cover here. Apparently there's some contacts inside here that get either weathered, and there's the conductivity's hit or miss, so it acts a little weird because I guess the contacts in here aren't clean. So sometimes you could just, from some of the videos I've seen, you could just take this thing off and put it on the original motor, and everything should be fine. Well, you have to clean all the contacts and stuff on the motor side, but I think it's the contacts on this cover side right here that are most of the problem. But the first dealership I went to, they wanted $190 just to diagnose it, even though I have the service bulletin right here. This is the diagnosis right here. They put out the service bulletin. You still want $190 just to diagnose it, and then after that, how much do they want me to pay to fix it? So I said, all right. The person behind me in the service line, I was like, tell him to move his car, I'm leaving. So that guy moved his car. I left that place. And I went to another store to ask about something else, just something unrelated. And I ran into this guy, pretty cool guy. And he was like, this guy named Carrie. It's funny. Not Carrie Holzman, some guy named Carrie. But he was pretty cool, and he was telling me about he goes to Firestone and they do all his service and stuff like that, and they're pretty good. So I went to Firestone. I said, hey, how much to replace windshield wiper motor you know, all parts and labor, all that stuff. $312. This, I mean, it's just a windshield wiper motor. You're gonna have 300. One place wants almost $200 just to diagnose it before they do anything, and then Firestone wants $312 to replace this. So I'm like, all right, man. It's something I tried to get working in a hurry so I could go pick up my son, because I don't want him in the car with me because it started acting haywire while I was in the car with my son while it was raining outside, and I was like, of course I'm like instantly scared for his safety, right? So then I went on Amazon, and I went on Walmart, and I started looking for windshield wiper motors and watching YouTube videos, see if I could do it myself. And there was some useful YouTube videos on myself, which I'm gonna have to look at again. But yeah, man, I just bought this motor off of Walmart for $44. So I'm pretty dumb, but $44. I'm gonna give a shot at it. Now I'm hoping I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this myself, because some people, when they get the motor replacements, they say because of the mounting or something like that, it doesn't fit right, and they have to use a grinder and grind down a piece of the motor. Now I tried to find a part number that's a direct replacement for the failed part numbers, and this should be it. So I shouldn't need a grinder. I don't have a grinder, but my friend does. So I'm going to try to do it at his house, so I could use his grinder if I needed to. But I might try to give it a shot without the grinder. I mean, I have the tools, but I don't know. This is something I might try to do. I'm probably not going to be able to record me doing it, because I'm going to be just like trying to make sure I don't make any mistakes and make anything worse and mess it up. But I might give a shot at it. I might not. I might just wait for my friend and we'll do it together. Two heads are better than one. And also he'll have the grinder if I need it. I'd hate to take everything apart and then I need to grind down. I would have to see how this mounts to see what needs to be modified to make it fit. But I did my research, and this should be a perfect fit, but we'll see. And for $44, it costs like $25 or something like this to get just the cover. So I was like, you know what? I'll just get the whole motor. I won't have to mess with the cover, and then who knows if this thing's under some kind of warranty, if it doesn't work or anything like that. I don't know. It looks like it's in good shape. It looks brand new, that's for sure. So anyway, that's that. I might give it a shot, see if I can do it. If I can't, I'll try to figure out something else to do. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I can't pick up my son this Thanksgiving because I have this problem and scheduled to rain this whole weekend. Well, most of the days on this weekend. Usually the daylight I pick him up and the daylight I bring him back. So I want to see if I can get this sorted out. And I just started working in a new place. So that's bad that this started happening right when I started working in a new place. So I gotta hope that it's not going to rain while I'm driving there or while I'm going home. So that sucks. It's something simple that you take for granted, but yeah, man, your windshield wipers are really important. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot. Service bulletin's no help to me. I mean, it helped me, find the part numbers and find out what could be the probable cause. Because when it first started happening, I wasn't suspecting the motor. I was suspecting some kind of relay between controls and motor. So, but according to the service bulletin, it says it's the motor is most likely the problem. So that's the way I'm gonna go after the problem. If I put it in and it doesn't work right, it's either user error or there's another problem. But that's what happens when you try to do stuff yourself. And the only reason why I'm making this video is because there's got to be somebody else out there who's running into the same problem. So, I mean, the people who made the videos about this helped me a little bit. Even if I could help one person by saying, hey, this is a problem, this is what I did, this is how I did it. That's what YouTube should be for. I'm not a big, I am and I'm not a big YouTube fan, because you're not free to say what you want on YouTube. You're really not, but it is a good tool to help each other out with stuff. But that's all. I might watch some videos and see if I want to give a crack at this today. I mean, it is Thanksgiving. I should just be taking it easy, which I might do still, but while it's daylight, can I get that in focus? A little bit. Anyway, while it's daylight, I might just take a look at it. Get under the hood there. Hopefully don't get my hands too dirty. I got these gloves over here. It's probably not going to be fun, but if I get it working, it'll be worth the effort. Anyway, that's all. Later.